Hurricane Milton's outer bands already slamming Florida's Gulf Coast, and officials say the 11th hour to evacuate has now passed. Their advice to anyone riding out this Category 4 storm is good luck. Final calls for preparation and the evacuation switched midday today to ones of, quote, try to stay alive. This comes as Milton's winds are whipping up tornadoes, with at least 2 spotted so far today.
FEMA is ready.
We have hundreds of state search and rescue personnel embedded in the potential impact sites.
Godspeed to all of us that are in the path of this storm.
We want to go live to Tampa right now to Lee Waldman. So, Lee, what are conditions like? What are you expecting tonight?
Well, we're experiencing hurricane force winds here in Tampa. An extreme wind warning was issued a few hours ago before Milton made landfall, and it did make landfall south of us, and Siesta Key has a powerful Category 3 storm. But you're seeing these powerful gusts come whipping through here, enough to nearly knock you off your feet. But another danger that is accompanying this storm as it's coming through here, and we're just getting the outskirts of this storm, is the rain that's coming down with it. Life-threatening flash flooding throughout the city of Tampa. We know over 6 inches of rain has already fallen today. We're expecting another 5 to 8 inches to fall over the next 6 hours. This is a dire situation here in Tampa.
Have most people evacuated? How are officials there preparing for this?
That a lot of people did evacuate ahead of Milton. They heeded the warning from officials, but there were people who decided to hunker down, who said they weren't going to leave. Evacuation shelters did open up. I spoke to officials earlier today who said they had roughly 9,000 people inside of shelters across Hillsborough County, where Tampa is. Now, some shelters were full, others were nearing capacity there. For the people who chose to stay, they're told you need to hunker down because this storm is not safe, and they simply cannot get to you if you call for help this evening.
Lee, I hope you stay safe there in Tampa. Thanks for reporting live for us tonight. We appreciate it.
And yes, Milton made landfall just about 15 minutes ago officially from the National Hurricane Center near Siesta Key, which is right by Sarasota. So you see right there with winds of 120 miles per hour. And one of the most deadliest forms of any of these natural disasters, and one of the worst impacts is the storm surge. In fact, some of the worst surge right now south of Sarasota, Tampa Bay, dealing with a negative storm surge right now as the winds are offshore. And a lot of people are wondering, what is storm surge and why is it so significant? We dive into the science. Check it out. Storm surge is quite literally a surge of water being pushed ashore by the force of a storm's wind. In many cases, storm surge is more dangerous because of the power of the moving water and the coastal flooding potential it brings. 1 to 3 feet of water could knock a person off their feet and stall a car. Above 3 feet, that water can actually carry a car away. If a person is still home when the water gets up to 6 feet, they would have to see higher ground like a second story or roof. A 12-foot surge would fill the entire first floor of most homes and potentially knock a home off its foundation. So it's important to listen for and to understand those storm surge warnings so you could react early and quickly to keep you and your family safe. And if you have friends, family in Florida, make sure you check in with them. The Florida Peninsula, all the way from South Florida, all the way up into Central Florida through Orlando as well. And once again, made landfall officially 8:30 Eastern Time near Siesta Key. 10 plus feet of storm surge generally south of the center. If it was a little more to the north, that could have brought significant surge to Tampa Bay, and that would have been worst case scenario.